With the frequency of crop shortages increasing more and more, St. Lucia continues to struggle to achieve true food security, as there is a heavy reliance on imports of natural resources from neighboring islands and countries. In light of this unsettling reality, Dennis Springer, former Director of Information Services and part-time lecturer for the University of the West Indies, highlights crucial measures that must be taken by our island to ensure self-sustainability.
The government now has to take the bull by the horn and decide that, first of all, we have probably one of the best form of soil that you have in the world, because at Academia Sinica, I was told by the scientists there that St. Lucia has the best soil that they have come across. Maybe some people don't want to believe that, but we have it. But the important thing is, how do we discuss or decide on when we are speaking about the products that we have, even sugar. I even mentioned this not too long ago, that we had three areas in producing sugar in St. Lucia. We gave all that up for bananas because at the time people used to say it was green gold. But the thing right now is we can decide, let us have a small or build a small, factory to produce sugar. Because sugarcane can grow in St. Lucia quite easily.
Springer believes that our leaders should invest in St. Lucia's wide array of land that can be used to mass produce a diversity of crops.
So what we have to do, the Prime Minister and the government and the Minister of Agriculture have got to come together and decide that we have a lot of land, government lands. We can then use those lands, split it with people who want to buy it, give it to them at a price, but they have to grow a particular product, a particular, whether it may be pineapple, whatever it is. But they have to stick to that so that they are producing the year round, not just producing at certain time, like we say, mangoes at this time of year. No, mangoes should be at all times of year to an extent, because you can have, especially now with all the mechanical or technological advances we've made, we can do so now here. But the money has got to be there. The government has to decide that they're going to put money into St. Lucia producing a lot of its own crops.
The former director states that if St. Lucia does not invest in adequate food security, our nation will surely struggle to thrive.
We will get our backsides kicked because we'll become a poor nation when, in effect, God has given us all what we have to make our lives better, make our children's lives better for those to come. But we have to take it seriously. I'll tell you something I've always learned, he who hesitates is lost, and time and tide waits for no man. And it is time that gets into the heads of those who run our country. It doesn't matter which government is in power. God has given us what it takes to develop this country. There are smaller countries in the world that are doing much better than we are, yet they're a little bit smaller than us. So why can't we grow? We have, as I said before, some of the best soils in the world. Some people may not agree with that, but we do. And I didn't say it. A scientist told me that in Taiwan.
Springer calls for action and proper implementation of agro-processing to utilize St. Lucia's often wasted resources.
You don't see one mango on the ground. It is the agro-processing. It's how serious we are about these things. I'll tell you something that I've said many times. We tend to like talking about things. But really, to put the effort in is too much. And this is why I say that, and I made that clear on a program, that a lot of our people have certificates. They want degrees and diplomas. And at the end of the day, it is just to say I have a degree and a diploma to get a job. But how do they put it in practice? That is our problem in the agricultural science.
Hesitation and inactivity are the bane of a thriving and sustainable island, and Dennis Springer believes for St. Lucia's true survival, we must continue to invest in our natural resources. For Choice News Now, this is Obi Offor reporting.